We go 9-1 on the program from Friday's show. Notice the last one was the one we lost, Cortland Sutton. I don't know what the hell's going on with Denver. You got Bo Nix out there screaming at the head coach and all the other receivers. But we do go 9-1, and we are not complaining. I've been trying to keep track of the record here, and let's take a look because we'll gloat while we can because it's going to be difficult to keep this record up. But currently on official picks here on the program, 35-13, and I believe that is about 72%, 73%. I'm being told in my ear that's good. We're also hitting the specials with somewhat regularity here, the Monday night special, the Thursday night special. What is this special? It's a lower end guy and or a risky play and not an obvious pick at all. And for us to hit 7 of 11, feeling pretty good. And I'm feeling pretty good about tonight's Monday night special, which we will get to here. I have one official pick to make tonight, and it's right in line with the grinder, Tom Brawley. And the official pick is Travis Kelce over 57.5 receiving yards. As we've discussed, they play a lot of man coverage. They play the 7th highest rate of it, in fact, 35.5%. Kelce is averaging a team best 3.38 yards per route run on 26 routes against man. We saw 2 weeks ago Dallas Goedert go out there and do whatever the heck he wanted to. 10 grabs for 170 in this matchup way back in week 3. Kelce's first read target share last week without Rashee Rice went from 14.5% to 46.7%. So when you're Patrick Mahomes and you are struggling, what are you doing? You were looking for Rashee Rice all day long, but he is not going to play. So you're going to be looking for your guy, Travis Kelce, because there's not much else otherwise. Juju Smith-Schuster, Justin Watson, Mecole Hardman, and Sky Snore, a.k.a. Sky Moore. So it's going to be a Travis Kelce game, and he's going to hit this receiving yardage total. I'm fine with the over-the-catch total as well, but I went, and sometimes I get this wrong. There was one Thursday night I got wrong. I kind of like Cade Otton, and I went with the over the 3.5 catches. Should have went with the damn yardage. He got 3. But he hit the yardage. So I'm going to go with the yardage again here with Kelce, but I can see the over the catches, no problem. Now, here are some other leans, and I do have a Monday night special as well that we'll close out the program with. But, you know, if you are looking and you can't help yourself, you got to play tonight. Here are 3 leans. I can even add that Mahomes rushing total as a lean. I think it's, 18.5 or 19.5. But the first lean was, in fact, Rashid Shaheed over 46.5. You know, I actually kind of unearthed Shaheed, I think, before a lot of people 2 years ago. And I was very high on him last summer. And he was pretty good. But this year, I wasn't that into him. And I kind of regret it. But he is very volatile. Most of the time when he crushes against zone-heavy teams, and that is not the New England Patriots or the Kansas City Chiefs. Sorry, that is not the Chiefs. They play a little bit more man, so that's why I'm not going to make this officially a pick. But the data point was certainly very interesting. No defense uses press coverage more than KC, and Rashid Shaheed is first in the NFL in yards per route run versus press. It's only 17 routes, but 2 of his deep catches are on press. He is averaging 3.05 yards per route run and 0.29 targets per route run, also against two deep safety looks, which, again, these are good numbers. 3.05 yards per route run is very good. If you're over 2, that's good. Of course, the reason I'm not going to officially make the pick, again, the Chiefs do play a lot of man, and KC is giving up the 6th fewest yards per route run and the 8th fewest yards per target to outside receivers, which is not great news for Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave. And honestly, it's not the greatest news for Derek Carr either. But I did kind of like Derek Carr in terms of a lean. over 211.5 passing yards for Derek Carr. I'm not going to officially make the pick, but I'm very energized about making official picks and getting them right, but I also don't want losses. So my way of offering up analysis, I guess, is these leans here. Chiefs do run the second highest rated two deep safeties, and Derek Carr does complete 77% of his passes for 7.7 YPA against that shell. And Chris Olave, we just mentioned Shaheed. Olave also does well against two high safeties. So that, for me, is a lean. Derek Carr over 211.5 passing yards. Will he get his boy Davante Adams back? Will he be a little bit more motivated to ball out on national TV in front of his guy Davante Adams? To show, hey, Davante, I'm still good. Look at me. I'm definitely better than Gardner Minshew. So we'll see about that Davante Adams saga, because I do think it's going to happen. It's going to be either the Jets, I believe, or the New Orleans Saints and his boy Derek Carr. The other lean, as we've mentioned here today, would be Kareem Hunt over 42.5 rushing yards. Again, I do feel good about this, but you just never know with Andy Reid and other guys in the mix. Carson Steele and Samaje Perine. The Saints are giving up the second most adjusted yards before contact per attempt. And as Tom Brawley noted earlier, 5.2 yards per carry against running backs and against the run. And that is how, if you're going to get the Kansas City Chiefs, you got to run at them. So, or the New Orleans Saints, you got to run at them because, their corners are good. They don't have a great pass rush, but their corners are good. And the Saints are, like I said, getting run on. So those are only going to be leans for me. And again, I like the Mahomes over the rushing yardage prop. There's one other that I will mention, and I'm not going to even list it as a lean, but just so we're comprehensive here, we haven't mentioned Xavier Worthy. And it's a difficult evaluation because, he scored week one as a receiver on a busted coverage. And then last week he scored on a go route, where he just ran really, really fast in a straight line, which is, hey, that's an attribute. And that's part of his skill set and all that, and we're proud of him about it, but I still don't trust him. The Saints are allowing the 7th most receiving yards per game to wide receivers, but just 7 yards a target and 11.8 yards per reception. But a lot of ifs, ands, or buts. They also play the 7th highest rate of man coverage. They're right there with New Orleans, quite frankly, at 35.5%. Xavier Worthy is not doing very well against man coverage. You would think, oh, wow, man-to-man, you can't stop him, but he's struggling a little bit. Only 1.19 yards per route run on 26 routes against man coverage, which is bad. Now, the good news is his target share rose from 67% in weeks 1 through 3 to 82% last week with no Rashee Rice. So he's going to be out there a lot. Saints are giving up the 7th most receiving yards per game and the 7th most receptions per game to wide receivers. But again, they do have good corners. So I'm going to leave that one alone. But FY is so much uncertainty in this game tonight. Your Monday night special for week number 5 is Travis Kelce to score the first touchdown of the game. That is plus 700 there on DraftKings. And I don't think we need much analysis more than to say he's due. Travis Kelce is, in fact, due. So we're going for it. I feel really good that he's going to score a touchdown tonight. Will it be the first one? We'll find out. But plus 700 is pretty good, I think, for a guy like Travis Kelce, who, again, is due. The man has 0.0 touchdowns on the season. Tomorrow we'll talk about it and he'll have 1.0.
Thanks for watching, but don't let the betting insights end here. If you want an extra edge this football season, you can get a month of VSiN Pro right now absolutely free. That means access to our betting insights, analysis, and tools like our betting splits at zero cost to you. Click the link in the description to sign up.